Jon Moxley wins the IWGP US Championship. Yes, the June 5th New Japan Pro Wrestling show has just ended and we have a new IWGP US champion in Jon Moxley. Now this is really a kind of a reintroduction, a new debut for Jon Moxley aka Dean Ambrose, and this is the very first match since he has left WWE. He hasn't even wrestled in AEW show yet, so this is the very first one for New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he went head-on one-on-one with Juice Moxley, a favorite babyface favorite with the Japan crowd, as I learned about while watching this match, and I want to give my thoughts on this. So let's begin. Starting the match, Jon Moxley right now, I was wondering because they were promoting him in the promo video and in his entrance, he's a Death Rider now. So this seems to be the Death Rider Jon Moxley, the Death Rider gimmick, and later on the announcer will continue to say that, call him the Death Rider, so I assume that he is the Death Rider, like the Ghost Rider, the bringer of death, something like that. But anyway, it fits him because he's the originator of all these crazy death matches. So whatever, let him run with the Death Rider and see how it goes. And his entrance theme is very different compared to his Dean Ambrose team. No more ambulance siren, no more of that. It's now a slow guitar, which I don't know whether he chose this for himself, but okay, it's pretty good. Then he shows up, Jon Moxley shows up, the emancipated Jon Moxley. We heard the Talk is Jericho podcast interview with him. If you haven't, 100% you must go and listen. This is a must listen. The emancipation, the release of Jon Moxley. He's a new man now, and boom, he's now in shorts. No more jeans, no more ripped jeans, no more tights. Jon Moxley, a brand new name, a brand new character. He's now in shorts, and I think he looks pretty good in shorts. So he comes out with the swag, and he does a bit of the Jericho pose as well. If you go and see again, he does the Jericho pose, and after that, you can feel he's really, his soul is released. He's an uncaged animal now. So you know he's going to be brutal in this match. And yes, he's really the Death Rider. And I like the commentator talking about the history between Juice Robinson and Jon Moxley back in the days in WWE, NXT, formerly known as FCW. I can't remember the commentator's name right now, but it's really good. They're not trying to, take it for granted that Jon Moxley is here. They still want to sell the storyline because pro wrestling is all about storyline. And then we have Juice review his haircut. I think it suits him. Then Jon gives the double middle finger salute, okay, like Stone Cold Steve Austin to Juice. And from the get-go, Moxley is very violent. You can see his style. They're just starting to throw punches and elbows. You will not see any catch as catch can style wrestling here. And you just seeing him work the match, and you can see here he's biting Juice Robinson. You just get the sense that he really belongs in New Japan Pro Wrestling, in this kind of battlefield where there's lesser rules and it's more hard-hitting and it's more violent and bloods and gore and all that. This is Jon Moxley. This is what Jon Moxley is all about. Not that Dean Ambrose that wearing that oxygen mask and injecting needles up his ass. That is all corporate WWE bullshit. This is the real Jon Moxley. Okay, so he's biting Juice in the arena, and he's trying to split. As you can see here, he's trying to split him open very quickly. He's elbowing the top left eyebrow and biting onto it. So as we can see later, Juice really gets bloody up pretty good, all from that opening here. And then also we see him, and the thing is, I feel that seeing this kind of violence, we are going to get back the kind of Jon Moxley violent death matches, burning tables, barbed wires, all those kind of insane crap very soon. And who knows, Mick Foley might come back out of retirement just to face Jon Moxley in a death match, or Mick Foley's retirement match. Who knows, you know? And also during the match itself, Jon Moxley actually shoves the young lion, like, get the hell out of my way. Attitude is there, really good. See, now he's free to do anything. Juice goes for the suicidal swanton bomb off the top of the entranceway, and this is also a introduction to Juice for me, because I don't really watch him and follow him, and I come to respect because he's taken a lot of punishment in this show, and this is an all-out brawl and really solid from Juice Robinson. At one point he went for the full cannonball and John ducked out of the way and he missed and he hit himself in full speed, ramming into the steel barricade. Looks very painful. And John is just continue a combination of biting, and then he went back to the ring and went for the chop lock. I'm a mark for the chop lock. I always like to see it. I love people who do the chop lock. Such a classic move from Ric Flair to Triple H to Daniel Bryan and Jon Moxley. And he's bringing out that technical style also, not just the biting and the violence. He can actually work on the body part, chop lock your knee, and then he's driving Juice's knee into the turnbuckles outside, and then combines it with a neck breaker. I really like the mixing up of technical style and the impact moves, and we don't really see all of this in his Dean Ambrose days, where it's just watered down bullshit and just going through the motions. That's why he was going through the motions, because he didn't feel it. Now you don't see him, Dean Ambrose, going through the motion. And also he's saluting the Japanese crowd every now and then, still being very polite, even though he's working more of a heel in this match. And there are lots of open fists during the match. He actually gives 3 open fists and much more to open up the wound. Juice gives, I wrote down here, Juice gives some nasty clotheslines, and that's pretty much a norm in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Jon Moxley's selling after the second lariat that Juice gave him was really good. It was like those kind of Dolph Ziggler or Kofi Kingston sell, where if I clothesline you or somebody clothesline the opponent, the entire body falls into a vertical 90-degree with the legs up in the air. So John was doing that. Really funny sell on that. And then after that, the action spills to the outside. John goes for the table, and we see that the New Japan Pro Wrestling tables are so small. I don't know why they make them so small, but anyway, the punches, he continues to reopen Juice. The punches look legit, look really legit, full contact there. And then he drops the chair, flies, hits Juice on the table, and on the table. And I respect Juice for taking all of this. Really, this is the first time that I really see a full match from Juice Robinson, and he's only 30. He's super young. So I now understand why he's given the opportunities to do some big things, Juice Robinson. Then after that, we continue seeing Mox. As you can see here, I mentioned about the diving steel chair, and then he went even for the Bret Hart style figure 4 leg lock after the chop locks to continue weakening the knee of Juice Robinson. So you can see he's super violent. I like this Jon Moxley. This moveset, Jon Moxley is better than Dean Ambrose. Jon Moxley is superior to Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is just watered down. Jon Moxley is unleashed. The moveset is entirely different. You don't even see any of the moveset he did in WWE except for the diving through the middle rope. Other than that, everything is new, is fresh. I didn't know we can see this Jon Moxley in WWE ever again. So I'm really happy to see this. He's growing on me. I'm definitely becoming more and more of a Jon Moxley mark as we continue to see him grow. And then I was saying, holy fuck, the finishing spot where they're both tired. This is a typical spot. Both wrestlers are tired. The the final part of the match, then they are trading blows, right? Trading blows, either punches or chops. And then for them, they were just headbutt and elbows, trading. And there was one point, Juice is hyped, so Juice doesn't feel any pain anymore. And I went, holy fuck, wow, this guy looks legit. And then he just chops and elbows to no use. Juice with the comeback. Both of them scramble to the outside again. Mox tries to throw Juice to the table, but Juice stops him. And then he goes, so they are setting up for this rolling senton from Juice running to the barricade and to the table with Jon there, and then crushing Jon through the table. But when he did the move, this was a botch, very obvious botch. He flew too high, he turned his body too high, and he crashed instead without hitting Jon Moxley. If you see the replay, it's very obvious, and Jon looks surprised as well. So this was just a little botch there, but Juice makes up for this by giving him a power bomb through the table. So Jon still had to go through the table, which is hardcore and violent, and I like that. Juice is really over as a babyface, and then he goes for the submission move. Jon reverses, goes for the dragon screw. I don't ever believe I'll see Jon Moxley go for dragon screw, but anyway, he's really incorporating that technical style and blending well into the New Japan style for this match. He doesn't look out of place at all. That's amazing. Furthering it, so he further injures Juice Robinson's leg, and then switches to the Cloverfield, which apparently is Tanahashi's moveset. And the announcers are selling that Juice may pass out from the pain, like Stone Cold Steve Austin WrestleMania 13. But they continue, and then Juice managed to reverse, and he actually goes back to bite Jon Moxley. A nice little psychology there. Revenge for you, Moxley. After that, nice force finish with both trying to hit each other's finisher. Jon then kicks Juice in the injured leg, and then goes for the double arm DDT. 1, 2, but no! Juice kicks out. I thought they're protecting this move, this DDT. One time, that's it. But Juice kicks out. I guess it's New Japan Pro Wrestling. They never ever win on the first finisher. So anyway, Jon once again goes for the second double arm DDT, and this time he actually lifts up, as you can see on the left side picture here. He lifts up Juice, aka it's like the execution. Okay, it's like the execution that slams him down. 1, 2, 3. Match over. New IWGP US champion Jon Moxley. And Jon goes on to wear the title. I think it looks really good on him. Overall, I think this is a really good showing of the new and improved Death Rider Jon Moxley. Especially I'm impressed by the combination of the technical with the violent. You know Jon can go violent as any of them, but he can go technical. He can wrestle as well. He can build a match, psychology, ring general, everything, and I love it. Jon looks to be the total package right now with the promo work, and that's what I want to touch a bit on. Go and have a look. Go and watch the post-match promo by Jon Moxley. He's thanking the New Japan Pro Wrestling fans. He's respectful to the crowd. And one time in the turnbuckle, this is just a little note I wrote here. He wrote, "I ain't dead yet, motherfuckers." He said, "I ain't dead yet, motherfuckers," straight to the camera. He's saying this to the WWE for sure. No way you can swear in WWE. He's releasing this all out to the WWE. "I ain't dead yet, motherfuckers." This is new reborn Death Rider Jon Moxley. Post-match promo was good. He thanked the New Japan Pro Wrestling for giving him his freedom and letting him do what he does, letting him do him. And he seems really emotional and sincere. So I like this. Congratulations, Jon Moxley, on winning the US Championship. And let me end this by saying that Jon Moxley, you speak the language of violence, and I understand that. So to subscribe more for breaking news and recap. As you can see in my top banner here, I'm really focused on bringing you new content, weekly breakdowns, pro wrestling, AEW, WWE, New Japan, and many more. This is the Asian Pitbull signing out.